touch that Palm Desert area. That area is like real, like it's like you are under a magnifying glass that is focusing the power of the sun on all of you. We got someone who just got back from the Odyssey, which I enjoyed more the more I loved the new Spider-Man movie. I don't know who's seen that. We're talking movies right now because this is a movie-themed game. That's just how it is. I've seen it twice. I love it. Got me very excited for Doomsday. And then all the D23 stuff that happened over the weekend. A lot of new movies being announced. There's a Romy and Michelle sequel on the way. All sorts of cool stuff. Zootopia 3, The Incredibles 3. Lots of really cool stuff. Hello, Swaggy number one. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the kind words. Big D Thomason saying DFW, Dallas Fort Worth area is going to be over 100 for a couple weeks. Ooh, that is real tough. Ruth R. King excited to see Spidey. See, I'm not gonna ruin this for anybody. We don't do spoilers here at Daily Trivia Live. I will just say I enjoyed it a great deal, and I hope that you do as well. People loving the Odyssey. A lot of Odyssey folks out there. If the sound is cutting out for you, then quickly close the app and reopen it. You do have a second before I go into my spiel, just so you know. Flooding's going down. Hello to Goldie Burke in Colorado. The Odyssey was sick. See, people love the Odyssey. But right now, it is time to do or do not. Because there is no try in this Name That Movie edition of Daily Trivia Live. That, of course, is the mobile game show where you win money from the comfort of your answer to lock it in. If you do that correctly 10 times in a row, you win a share of the $1,000. In this game, you will also earn one bonus SB for every question you get right after question number one, even if you've already been eliminated. For those of you who might be a little rusty or playing for the first time, here's how that works. If you win the game today, if you get them all right, then you will not only get your share of that $1,000, but all the bonus SB you picked up along the way will be added on top of that amount automatically. Now, if you don't win the grand prize, and it's okay, not everybody does. Not everybody can. You can't have 100% of people win the game. It would be impossible to make a game like that. If you don't win the grand prize, you'll still pick up bonus SB along the way, but you will have to claim them at the end of the game in order to keep them. Lucky for you, that's simple. As long as you don't leave early, all you have to do is tap the claim button when it appears on your screen at the end of the game. Here's another reason to stick around, not to leave early just because you got a question wrong, okay? The first time you get a question wrong, as long as it's before question number 10, you can rejoin to give yourself another shot at the grand prize. Now, there are two ways to rejoin. One of them is using a single SB. The other is with a free rejoin. And here's a fun tip for you. If you click the plus sign in the top left-hand corner of the main menu, anytime you are not in a game, you will get free rejoins by watching videos. You can stock up, so you never have to spend an SB to rejoin ever, ever, ever again. But here's the other reason why you always stick around. Why you make sure you walk away with at least one SB and having a good time. In addition to that, each live game we give away 5 100 SB prizes to 5 players who win and claim at least one SB in the game. Here are the winners from Monday. They were selected, they were credited, they are each 100 SB richer, and none of them have ever won before. Congratulations to them. And to the rest of you who have not yet seen your name up there, you know what I'm going to say. Keep playing and claiming, because next time the winner could be you. All right, you have all the info you need, so it is ready to start our Name That Movie game with question/quote number 1. Here we go. The truth is, I am Iron Man. Is that Man of Steel pushing tin or Iron Man? Again, the quote is, the truth is, I am Iron Man. Can you identify what movie that quote is from? The truth is, I am Iron Man, Man of Steel, pushing tin, or Iron Man. With those 7 words, a new age of comic book movies was born, along with one of the most lucrative franchises the MCU revived. One of them is the Zack Snyder version of Superman. The other is a movie with John Cusack and Billy Bob Thornton about air traffic controllers. All right, of the 7% of you that did not get it right, pretty much all of you rejoined, along with some of our stragglers. We have almost 13,000 people in grand prize contention, and every movie you correctly identify from here on out gets you one bonus SB. So here we go. This is question/quote number 2. That from Airplane, Steel Magnolias, or The Notebook? I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. Somebody out there saw Pushing 10. I thought it was the only one. I remember the theater being empty. From Barbara Billingsley speaking jive to an inflatable pilot with a mind of its own. No comedy movie in history delivered. Legendary Leslie Nielsen, a dramatic actor who secretly was a comedian at heart, and him playing it straight is what made it so funny. Go back and watch if you haven't. Of the 15% of you that did not get it right, most of you able to rejoin. And we are on to question/quote number 3, worth one bonus SB if you get it right. The hood of a taxi cab at the same time. This quote has taken on such a life of its own that I wonder just how many people actually remember that it is spoken by Ratso Rizzo, played by Dustin Hoffman, on the street. If it was in Despicable Me, it would be like, or whatever the minions sound like. I don't think Gru would have said that. I think he would have just flown in on some device. Anyway, 81% of you getting it right. We're still doing well in this Name That Movie game. Ready to move on to question/quote number 4, worth one bonus SB if you get it right. Here it is. It was Beauty killed the Beast. Let's be clear about one thing. Even though it's the answer to us, Beauty killed the Beast. The Beauty, of course, being Fay Ray, who he just cannot resist. Princess Bride does not have that in there. There are some ideas of Princess Buttercup's beauty. Of course, there's a whole war being created sort of around her in that movie, but only 68% of you getting that one right. But we can move on because of the 32% of you that did not get it, over 2/3 of you coming right back in. Let's move on to question/quote number 5, worth one. She's my sister. She's my daughter. She's my sister and my daughter. I give you the full thing throughout. In a movie filled with intrigue, murder, and noir cool, the realization that the female lead was a victim of familial of you getting that one right. That was a tough one, but it is a pivotal, seminal scene from that movie. Probably the most remembered quote outside of "Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown." That would be the other well-known quote from that. Faye Dunaway, that is right. Diva Melvita 72 got it right. There you go. Of the 65% of you that got eliminated, prize contention, but more bonus SB available for you, like the one you can get if you correctly identify the quote in question number 6. Cheese, what they call a Big Mac. We still don't know what the French call a Whopper because Vincent didn't go to Burger King, which we learned in two of them written by and directed by Quentin Tarantino, and then he appeared in Destiny Turns on the Radio. I don't think he wrote that or directed it, but he did appear in all three of these films as well. What wasn't the case? That's what we want to know, Brian S. They say it was maybe Marcellus Wallace's soul because of the Band-Aid on the back of his neck. Anyway, let's move on to question number 7 now. We can answer that another time. This is worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here it is, number 7.
Carol Ann, listen to me. Carol Ann.
Ooh. Zelda Rubinstein, everybody. This movie and its first sequel are absolutely terrifying and proof that you should make sure your house isn't on an ancient burial ground before you buy it, because otherwise, everybody getting that one right. They remember Carol Ann. She gets taken into the TV. TV pulls her in, I think in the first movie. Carol Ann's in a lot of trouble throughout the first 3 Poltergeist movies, at least. I've not seen number 4. But here we go. We got a Carol Ann there. Carol Ann in the audience.
Carol Ann, get the rest of these right.
All right, let's move on to question/quote number 8, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it. Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Great Train Robbery, or A League of Their Own? I should do horror voiceovers, Turia. Thank you. I just rewatched this movie recently and it holds up remarkably well, with great performances including John Lovitz's scene-stealing turn as a talent. Especially The Great Train Robbery, but it is John Lovitz being a wiseacre. 54% of you getting that one right. That was a pretty brutal one, I guess. Of the 46% of you that got eliminated, though, about a third of you able to come right back. We're down to about 4,600 people in grand prize contention. 2 questions left to go. The next one worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. It is movie quote number 9. The Godfather Part 3, Goodfellas, or Scarface? Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Michael Corleone never wanted to get into the family business, but once he was put in charge, leaving became impossible, and that story can feeling some people will rejoin. I have a feeling that will happen. But until then, a quick reminder, there are multiple ways to get SB from Swagbucks Daily Trivia outside of our live games. One is through our other game mode, the Daily Trivia Challenge, a quick, hostless version of our game that you can play on your schedule up to twice per day, every single day. Then, of course, there is the More Ways to Earn button you'll see all over the app. Tapping it lets you install and play games on your mobile device to earn SB, and also takes you to the daily Tapjoy wall, loaded with a variety of offers that meet your needs in available time. The best part is that everything I just mentioned counts towards your daily goal. The other best part is that they also all count towards your Swaggo board. If you haven't started your Swaggo board yet, if you haven't even activated it, now's the time to do it, so that you can fill in squares on your board as you earn SB for yourself. Submit a pattern and get an SB bonus that changes depending on which pattern you complete. If you can get a full board, for example, you get 1,500 SB. Just keep in mind that you can only submit your board once, which means you should fill as many squares as possible, and you have a lot of time to do it. The board is live until 11:59 p.m. Pacific time on Monday, August 24th. Click the smaller version of this image at the end of the game to get started, or to check the board you already started and fill in those squares. All right, we got 2,317 people vying for a piece of our $1,000 grand prize. About 13,000 of you have stuck around to the end, and 1 more bonus SB is up for grabs if you can correctly identify the quote in question number. This 1995 classic spawned a sequel that is way darker than the original, with the gentle and lovable They knew the answer, and they are splitting our grand prize money, plus the bonuses you earned along the way. Jennifer Barrett, 17, congratulations. Amelia Sawyer, congratulations to you. Who else do we have here? Anderson Liz, 650, Candace Millar, Peggy Ross, and Nat Cat RN. Just a few of our grand prize winners. Congratulations to you, and congratulations to all of you who claimed your bonus SB. There you go. Hey, Walker Bates says, yay, needed it for my goal today. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks to all of you for playing Daily Trivia Live. Now that you all have all these new SB in your account, you know what to do with them. Redeem them for PayPal, cash, or gift cards to Amazon, Starbucks, Target, and hundreds of other places. Thank you for playing, everyone. Come back tomorrow for our Wednesday game. This has been Daily Trivia Live, and we will see you then, my friends.